Namaskar, I Vishwaruparath welcome you all to Uday India Digital. Today I'll talk about air pollution, which has become a big menace for our country in particular and the world in general. Today's analysis is giving an overview of how India has been affected by air pollution and what is the government's response to it. Air pollution is a critical problem that is plaguing many cities in India. The country has been witnessing a gradual increase in air pollution levels over the past few years, with the condition worsening every year. India is one of the world's most polluted countries with a high concentration of air pollutants in its cities. Our country today is the world's one of the most polluted countries. Air pollution shortens the average Indian life expectancy by 6.3 years, relative to what it would be if the World Health Organization guideline was met, 3.4 years related to what it would be if pollution were reduced to meet the country's own national standard. Some areas of India fare much worse than average, with air pollution shortening lives by more than 10 years in Delhi and its surrounding region. 7 cities from the eastern state of Bihar have figured among the 50 most polluted cities in the world. As per the latest 5th Annual World Air Quality Report released by Swiss air tracking firm IQ Air, Patna, Darbhanga, Gaya, Bhagalpur, Muzaffarpur, Chhapra and Hajipur in Bihar are among the 50 most polluted cities as per the IQ Air report, which has ranked India as the world's 8th most polluted country in 2022. The effects of air pollution on human health are well documented. Air pollution is responsible for various respiratory and cardiovascular diseases, including asthma, lung cancer, and heart attacks. It can also cause neurological and developmental problems, particularly in children. According to a study conducted by the World Health Organization, air pollution is responsible for around 7 million premature deaths every year worldwide, with India accounting for a significant portion of these deaths. Now let's throw some light on the government's efforts. The Indian government has taken several measures to address the problems of air pollution in the country. In 2015, the government launched the National Air Quality Index, which measures the level of pollution in various cities and disseminates information to the public. The government has also implemented several measures to curb vehicular emissions, including the implementation of stricter emission standards, the promotion of electric vehicles, and the phasing out of old vehicles. Additionally, the government has launched the Clean Air campaign to reduce pollution levels in 100 cities across the country. The government has also implemented several measures to control industrial pollution. The Ministry of Environment, Forests and Climate Change had issued guidelines to regulate emissions from industries and has mandated the installation of pollution control equipment in industries. The government has also imposed fines on industries that violate pollution norms. In addition to these measures, the government has also taken steps to address the issues of crop residue burning. The government has launched the Parali Mitra initiative to encourage farmers to adopt sustainable methods of crop residue management. In recent years, people of India are recognizing that air pollution is a problem, and the government is beginning to respond. In 2019, the central government declared a war on pollution and announced the National Clean Air Program. The goal of the program is to reduce particulate pollution by 20-30% relative to 2017 levels by 2024. Though NCAP's goals are non-binding, if India does achieve and sustain this reduction, it would lead to remarkable health improvements. All of India's 1.4 billion people live in areas where the annual average particulate pollution level exceeds the WHO guideline. 94% live in areas where it exceeds India's own air quality standard. A quarter of India's population is exposed to pollution levels not seen in any other country, with 248 million residents of northern India on the track to lose more than 8 years of life expectancy if pollution levels persist. Lucknow, the capital of India's northern state Uttar Pradesh, has the highest level of pollution in the country. With a pollution 13 times greater than WHO guideline, residents of Lucknow stand to lose 12.1 years of life expectancy if pollution persists. India's capital Delhi is also highly polluted. Residents of Delhi could see 13 years added to their lives if pollution were reduced to meet the WHO guideline. 10 years if pollution met India's national standard. While the government efforts are commendable, there is still a long way to go in addressing the problem of air pollution in India. One of the significant challenges in this regard is the lack of public awareness and cooperation. Many people in India are still unaware of the adverse effects of air pollution, and there's a general lack of concern about the issue. Public awareness and cooperation are essential to combat this problem, and the government must enforce pollution norms more strictly to ensure compliance. If we do not take adequate measures to address air pollution, the consequences could be dire for both human health and the environment. It is high time that we come together as a nation to tackle this problem and ensure a cleaner and healthier environment. With this, I wrap up this edition. And for more such informative analysis, please subscribe Uday India on YouTube.